All right, well, fresh off their embarrassing election losses, Democrats may have found a new strategy. Find issues in which they agree with President-elect Trump that would at the same time put him at odds with his own party. Divide and conquer, as they say. Stuff like infrastructure spending, child tax credits, paid maternity leave. But will it work? Are these campaign promises or true wedges that the Democrats are hoping to expose to give themselves a better shot at either getting the Senate majority in 2018 or not getting a total shellacking?
Well, I think they understand that Donald Trump is a conservative in the same way a marshmallow is a mammal. He doesn't have a conservative ideology. His views are kind of what he thinks, kind of what he feels at the moment, and a lot of them are liberal. And maybe his #1 advisor, Jared Kushner, is a Democrat. Ivanka was a Democrat. So I don't know if this is ways to exploit Donald Trump as much as it is to pass some of their agenda through Donald Trump. And Donald Trump may need coalitions of both the left and the right to pass some of his agenda.
And interestingly, one of the most surprising coalitions may start with Bernie Sanders, who had this to say about the president-elect.
If he's consistent with his views that our trade policies have failed American workers and that we need to rethink our trade policies, yes, I will work with him.
Ah, there you go. Populism. It's going to be really expensive, isn't
Elizabeth Warren has been, he called her Pocahontas a bunch of times in the campaign trail. She's been making positive.
I called her that last night.
Surprise.
True.
She's been playing footsie with him as well. You're going to see a lot of that. And I think, sure, the New York Times is saying this is some kind of psychic way to win back something in 2018. But Jamie's right. It's like, no, we want to pass this stuff. We like Ivanka's child care thing. And when she came out with that, it was more to the left of what any Democrat, even Hillary Clinton, has proposed for child care in this country. And she couched it in the same language, like we have to catch up with the rest of Europe and all these kinds of things. And so there's going to be a lot of Democrats who say yes. And Donald Trump is beholden to nobody in the Republican Party. Maybe Reince Priebus and a couple of people, but really not that many people. So he's just going to govern with whoever's around.
Yeah, and it's going to be really interesting because if you're friendly with both John Bolton and Elizabeth Warren, I think you are, to put it mildly, unpredictable.
Yeah, well,
is that good though, Kat?
Yeah, and the New York Times said this was a shocking strategy by the Democrats, which I don't think that trying to get along with somebody that you need to do stuff is shocking. It's kind of how humans behave or should behave. You know, it's like if you don't like your teacher, you still are nice to your teacher. If you want to get a hero about it, but you'll get a bad grade. And this is even on a bigger level. This is about the country and not just their own professional lives. Theoretically, at least, is what it's supposed to be.
It may turn out to be a brilliant strategy to put people like Steve Bannon and Jeff Sessions in his cabinet and in the White House administration. He co-opts these guys. If he wants to do kind of a comprehensive immigration reform that's not quite from the campaign, well, what are they going to do? The biggest critics are maybe an attorney general and in his White House. So he's now able to maneuver without these kind of big thorns in the side attacking.
That's really interesting because maybe, by putting some of his critics in his administration, he's simultaneously giving them power and silencing them.
Yes, exactly.
Because, and that's exactly what Barack Obama did with Hillary Clinton. He didn't want to have lunch with her every week, so he didn't name her his VP, and people were very upset about that, but she was Secretary of State.
Not bad.
He'd be like, see, I'm not crazy. All these people love me.
Yeah. I will let the panel return a little bit later. I'm a secret authoritarian, not so secret. Trump got elected on the Drain the Swamp ticket, so lawmakers are, of course, trying to fill it with earmarks. Come on, people. But first up, Hillary Clinton has been defeated. Yet another progressive is rising in her place. Nick Gillespie joins me to discuss the most dangerous Democrat in Washington. That's coming up next. Stay here for it.